14. When Artemis does lift off, it will send an unpiloted Orion crew capsule on a 37-day trip around the moon and back. A step toward...
Well, good morning, everybody. We got a long, busy day ahead of us. Last night, we moved the machines up to the home farm, got the combine here, grain cart, semi, corn head. So we are going to be starting cutting corn up at the house. A few days worth of work. We have rain, chances of rain tomorrow around lunch and all afternoon tomorrow. So we'll see how much we get done today. We got to stop the auger to run into our grain bin. Fuel up, grease the machines, check everything over before we get started. We just have an auger going up to the top of the grain bin. We don't have to run it through a grain dryer or anything. So we don't fill up a wet bin or anything and then have to wait for that to get empty to keep going. We can just go, 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 go. So that'll be cool. That'll be fun. Keep us moving. We do have the new 13-inch auger, so that should help a little bit keeping the truck up with the combine, but I still think that's going to be the weakest link of today. Bill's on vacation, so we don't really have a grain cart driver unless my mom or somebody comes out and runs it for a little bit. So that being the case, it might slow the combine down a little, but it should play out okay. Just park the semi, then I'll give Dad a ride back and we'll grab the grain cart and combine. It's nice and windy up here today. This took a couple tries, but we got it in between the little fan and the ladder. If we park it here, we have a lot easier time getting the truck in here. That's why we did this. But it'd be easier to park it somewhere here or here, but then we'd have to move the sweep auger on the other side. And we've done it this way before, and it makes it a lot easier on the truck and a lot faster. Took a minute, blew out the cab of the combine here. It's still pretty dirty, but the mower's a lot cleaner. I already got the bin extensions folded up behind me, so usually we wait till we get in the field to fold them up, but we're just going down the road and there's only a couple wires that are high enough I can get under. Whereas our southern farms, there's a lot of low hanging wires and we have to fold them up even though we're just moving down the road maybe a couple miles. It's not too often I leave them up when I'm moving down the road, but around home, it's no big deal. That, and I already got the corn head hooked up, or Dad did last night, and I'm gonna move down the road with the corn head. Got done opening up the headlands. There's one little corner spot I didn't open up yet over there by those trees, but I got all the long rows open. Right now Dad's behind me in the grain cart in the 8130. We got a couple dumps on the truck and then he's going by me right now. then we'll get the cart filled. Then we'll probably both go over to the grain bin and start dumping. Got the combine loaded, got the grain cart loaded. Dad took off with the semi. Hopefully he's dumping by now. I'll jump in the grain cart, drive down the road, start dumping on the truck while he's dumping in the bin, get the cart empty, run back here and start shelling again. So the cart is right full. It's got about 800 bushel on it, and I don't like to go too fast when it's this full. About 12 miles an hour is all I'm doing right now. So right now, we do have a grain cart driver. Mackenzie's running the grain cart. Then Dad can stay in the truck and I can stay in the combine. And it's timing out pretty good. That 13-inch auger really helps. So I'm still cutting. He just pulled back in the drive while I'm full. I'm gonna stop in about 100 feet here. But it's timing out just about perfect at the moment. About half done with this field, and then we have one more field to do. I believe that is actually our biggest field. So that one's gonna take a couple days to do. But we'll get this one done. We'll probably move over there later this afternoon, get it all opened up, and see how the weather plays out. Could probably cut a little bit tomorrow morning. I've been keeping my eye on the Weather Channel, so I'll check it out again in a minute here. The thing is, Mackenzie doesn't dump, so Dad has to jump in the grain cart and dump. So that takes a little bit of extra time, but we're still saving so much more time with having an extra person running the cart and helping me keep the combine moving and the semi moving. So a little bit longer to dump here, but other than that, it's way quicker. Sitting on a bit of a hill here, so the auger is way up there above the truck. Dad dumping the truck over at the bins right there. Getting all sorts of different people on the CB today. Not who they are. Well, that's the last of it. Just dumping on the car here. Gonna get nice and empty, and then going to go around the corner to the next field. Again, I don't think I'm gonna break up or pull down the bin or anything. I'll just try to be extra careful. It is getting to be a rush hour, but I'm just gonna risk it. It's not too big of a deal in this area. I was really hoping to get the drone out, get some footage for the last few days of harvest. And harvest isn't over yet. You know, we got a couple days yet. But the weather today, it's super windy out. And then tomorrow it's gonna be even windier, way too windy to try to fly a drone in. It's supposed to be over like 20 miles an hour tomorrow, and then gust up to almost 50. Got a warning on my phone already today. So that'll be interesting. Overall, it's actually been a really decent harvest. It's one of the better ones, especially compared to last year. Last year was just a big mud mess. If you want to check out that video, I think it's 2021 corn harvest. I have that. If you go to my videos, you can see that. There's not much commentary in the older videos I have, but if you watch halfway through, then you'll see how muddy it gets. But no, I can't complain. We're in November now. It's about almost 70 degrees out. I actually almost got too many layers on. I just got like a little light flannel over my t-shirt right now, and that's almost too much. The only thing that's keeping me kind of cool is the wind. If it wasn't windy out, it'd be hot. Once this storm I keep talking about rolls through, then it's going to start bringing in some cooler temperatures with it. Kind of mid 40s all next week, which is a bummer, but it's that time. I can't complain. That definitely was a lot colder out last year around this time. The neighbors were shelling corn across the street from here this morning. I thought it would have been cool if we were both kind of side by side, both shelling corn on both sides of the roads, but we ended up doing that other field first. Oh well, maybe next year. Just on the edge of the woods here in the back of the field, trying to open it up. Had a couple of big windstorms over this summer. There's a couple trees falling down in here. Had to drive around. Just right now I'm trying to drive around some of the trees hanging over. Lost our grain cart driver. Her passenger was getting tired and cranky. I sound kind of weird right now. I'm super congested. I got too much dust earlier. It's to be about that time where you turn the AC off, turn a little bit of the heat on. It's not super cold out, but it's getting dark and it's starting to get chilly in here. For some reason, my high beams were not on. Now they're on. Every once in a while, these lights are finicky. Blown relays and fuses. Usually the relays, for some reason, gives me troubles. I had a hard time with it. And for some reason, my post isn't lit up now. That's probably a fuse issue for all three of them to be out. For a few hours. It's almost lunchtime now. Just checked the radar. Rain's still coming around 2 o'clock. So I got a couple more hours here, and then I think we're gonna have to start thinking about wrapping this up. I don't think we're gonna get much rain though, so hopefully tomorrow we should be able to start cutting again. Right now I'm full. I'm waiting on the grain cart. I'm too far away to just deadhead to the front to jump on the truck, so I'll just wait for the cart to get here. See the cart way down there, up by the road. I got all this corn to cut, all the way over towards those buildings. My rotor speed sensor, I'm guessing, is dirty. It's saying 0, even though it's not. And I was just buzzing a little bit past few rounds, and then I turned the thrasher off, turned it back on, and I got it going again, and oh, now it quit. No, there it goes again. Now it's even worse. I don't think I'm going to stop and fix it. I know it's actually working. It's just a dirty sensor, or a bad sensor. And got rain on the way, so I'm just going to keep moving and listen to it. But I got my earplugs in. made it about a half a pass, and that's bad. I'm starting to lose my mind already. Bumping up the speed, slowing it down, see if it'll like pick up on the sensor. And it will try to for like a split second, and then I'll go back to buzzing and read 0. The buzzer's still going. I think it's not big of a deal and that hard of a fix, but I'm not exactly sure where the sensor is. I'm pretty sure Dad said it's somewhere under my feet here. So I didn't look too hard for it. There's a bunch of garbage and leaves and stuff under the cab. But it's getting pretty dark out. The wind's starting to pick up even more, and we're gonna call it quits here. We talked about yesterday before we got started, and actually the day before we got started farming up at the home farm, is we did grease it and I cleaned out the cab and stuff, but I didn't blow out any of the air filters. So then we're like, all right, we'll do it this morning. Well, got in a big hurry again, didn't blow out the air filters, and it's been like over a week and a half, 2 weeks since I did it last. So we'll just take it home, probably clean those out, park the combine in the barn, park the grain cart in the barn, and even if we don't, that's got a tarp, so that's good. Just got the combine in the barn here, sprinkling on the windows now. I don't think we're gonna get much rain, excuse me. However, the wind is ridiculous right now. It's up to like 50 some miles an hour gust, and average speeds are like 20 something, which is pretty windy. And we're mostly concerned about is our auger that's going up to the grain bin. It can get pretty wobbly. What we have done before is strap them to the bin, but we're just gonna take it down. The wind is blowing straight from the south, and the grain bin is kind of protecting the auger. The auger is sitting on the very north side of the grain bin, so it is kind of shielded from the wind quite a bit. But since it's brand new to us, we spent a bunch of money on it, we're not going to risk it and have it tip over on us. So we're going to take that down. Things should calm down tomorrow, and hopefully we can start cutting back again tomorrow, get reset up, clean the air filters, kind of check everything over again, maybe grease, reset up the auger. So we'll see what looks like in the morning. Maybe we can finish. Probably got definitely a whole day's worth of work. Probably a good 10 hours or so of cutting yet to do, if not more. Right now I'm racing my mom. Gonna get spun around here and dump on the go. Don't have much left to go here now. I don't forget what day it is. This is like the third day of harvesting up at the home farm, and I think we can get it all done tonight, but it's gonna be late for sure. I haven't been videoing much today and even yesterday. yesterday the buzzer was going off like crazy, and then I'm just been sitting in here. I haven't got out. Nobody else has been running the combine, so didn't really get any other video footage other than me just running this, which is fine. I love doing this. Corn harvest I love doing way more than soybeans or wheat with the other head, the grain head. See, we got all the corn over in front of the woods all done, and then there's like a ditch that splits the field, and then I got all this corn done here, and then everything in between the ditch and me we got to do yet. So it's not much, but I had the time change today, so it's gonna get dark a little bit earlier. 4:16 now, so well, that's the wrap for 22 corn harvest. Left the machines out in the field, and I'll pick those up tomorrow.